Greetings, this is the user panel review for an HP multifunctional printer E67660. Sometimes the screen may be asleep or anything. All you have to do is touch the button to wake it up or hit the home screen to return back to the main screen. From this home screen, you can see we have 3 panel choices here. You can actually reorder these if you would like. Most functional and appropriate first, copy screen, scan, and fax. Continuing further down, quick set supplies, trays, contacts, and reports. This is a critical page. Quick sets is a way to save settings you like for certain tasks to do. I recommend looking into the help menu to circle back to quick sets. Supplies, this is a quick way to look at where we're at for toner levels and staples if we have those and such supplies. Hitting the home screen returns us back. Trays. Trays are important not only for the setting of the size of the paper, but also what type of paper. Most of the time it is plain paper, but if it's cardstock, if it's labels, if it's envelopes, clarifying not the size, but the type is also important as well. Contacts. This is where you can go in and audit who's in the list, what emails are there. Reports. Reports are critical. If we're going to look at the configuration and status pages and tell what information we want to share. Configuration and usage are 2 strong bits of information that you may need, and just simply pressing the print icon in the bottom right to get that printed for you. The third section is a little bit less known, settings, job log for those maybe who are there for that. But going back to it here, copy, automatically assumes one-sided, automatically is doing black and white, automatically in detect. You can go into further options here and quite take a time in looking at what is here. It's important to know what the machine can or cannot do. Scanning, where you're scanning to and what options are there, if what email is available. This is not configured yet, so we will kind of come back to that at another time. On the top of the screen here, we have reset. Reset of any of the buttons I've been pushing helps to just go back to the default settings that are there. Not always factory default settings, but the settings that have been made by the administrator. Sign in is usually required by the administrator and gives a little bit more permissibilities to do some changes. You see here this exclamation point surrounded by a triangle. That is saying there's a jam or a challenge or something's wrong. In this case, it's notifying us that cassette tray 3 and cassette tray 4 are empty, and I can just simply click on that to dismiss or move those, or sometimes it's resources held for a printing job holding the queue. This can all be done with exclamation point. The I is where there's information on there. I don't recommend changing any of the language on there, but sometimes the Ethernet information is good for IT to be aware of overall. And then I really want to highlight this question mark. This is where you can teach yourself and look at some topics that are on here. Not only each one and each task on there, but inside those has different options for it, such as quick set. Quick set's the one where I can give you some options, but then you can also print the topic here for future reference as well. So we can save additional information and choices within the machine. Hitting exit from that returns us back to the home screen. Anytime you're in any of these machines, you can always just hit home and return back.